Matthew and Joseph with Secrets of Soul Fire.
Arai kalimana gnan Matayo kape ke jalan Joseph longol bereman aunda na warang na munono tokore akim kore yata alto makim.
Jesus said in Luke 12:49,
Tama Yesu alto ma Luke ang to manangare ngato munu manangan komon.
I have come to set the world on fire.
Be abuni ja gwa kana kwapada rato manakim.
He wasn't talking about literally burning up the planet. He
He
was talking about the fire of the Holy Spirit. The fire of God. Samuel Chadwick said this: fire is the chosen symbol of heaven for moral passion. It is emotion aflame. The Bible says God is love and God is fire. It is by a holy passion kindled in the soul that we live the life of God. Secrets of soul fire. Number one, get on fire. Letty Kalman. One lonely soul on fire with the love of God may set the whole universe ablaze. I was at a youth camp in the mountains of New Mexico. I was 16 years old and I did not know Jesus. I knew about him. I knew a lot about him, but I did not know him. And one night, as the fiery evangelist preached, I wanted that fire. I wanted to know God like he knew God. I wanted what he had. I was hungry for it. So I gave my heart to Jesus. And he kept talking about being on fire for God. So I started talking about it. One of my friends at the camp that week asked me, he said, "Hey, what are you doing when we get home from camp? Some of us are getting together to go to the water park. Do you want to come with us?" And I said, "I'm going home to get on fire." He said, "What?" I said, "I'm going home to get on fire for God. I'm going to turn my school upside down for Jesus. I'm going to set fires everywhere I go." He shook his head and walked away. And I thought, how come he didn't get what I got? I realized I had been set on fire. I went back to my high school, where the year before I was known for fighting, and I began to read the Bible out loud at lunch every day. I began to tell people about Jesus. And it wasn't very long before my school was on fire in a spiritual sense. In the next 2 years, over 300 kids gave their hearts to Jesus. And many of them are still on fire to this day. Some of them are supporting Mission Moroto today. Then I went to Bible college because I wanted to get trained to spread the fire.
And I
met this girl at Bible college named Lisa. And she was on fire for God. I would talk to her about Jesus and hear her stories, how God had used her to set her school on fire, how God had used her to set her youth group on fire. Oh, I wanted to be on fire together with this girl. We got married the next summer. She was 18. I was 19. And we started traveling the world, setting fires for Jesus. Samuel Chadwick said this: without the fire of God, nothing else counts. Possessing the fire of God, nothing else matters. Jim Elliot once said, saturate me with the oil of thy spirit, that I may be a flame. Make me thy fuel, O flame of God. E.M. Bounds once wrote, flame is the air which true Christian experience breathes. It feeds on fire, and it can withstand anything. Number one, get on fire for Jesus. Number two, feed the fire, make it grow. Charles Spurgeon, above all, feed the flame with intimate fellowship with Christ. He goes on, I never met with a half-hearted preacher who was much in communion with the Lord Jesus. Feed the fire. Spend time with Jesus. Jesus is on fire. You spend time with him. You will catch fire. And your fire will grow. Oswald J. Smith. Do you want to have a heart always on fire for God? Do you want to know the continuous anointing of the Holy Spirit? Are you anxious to be used in the service of your Lord? Would you always be aflame with the power of God? This is only possible where there is continuous brokenness of heart, which comes from making it a point to be alone with God every day. How do you feed the flame? Get alone with God. Get in books. Read the life stories of people who were on fire for God. Go on adventures for God. Take risks. Step out of your comfort zone. Go where the fire is burning. Go where Jesus is working. And spend time around other fire breathers. Get in the presence and stay in the presence of people on fire for Jesus. And if you don't know any, become one, and you will attract others. John Wesley once said, I set myself on fire, and thousands come to watch me burn. Duke Tabor once said, get as close as possible to those who are burning for God, and you will be ignited. Henry Nouwen once said, we who want to witness the presence of God's Spirit in the world need to tend the fire within ourselves with utmost care. Our first and foremost task is faithfully to care for the inward fire, so that when it is really needed, it can offer warmth and light to lost travelers. Number one, get on fire. Number two, feed the fire. Number three, spread the fire. D.L. Moody, the great evangelist, once said, you have to have fire to set fire with. You have to have life to give life. Phillips Brooks said this, nothing but fire kindles fire. Be a fire spreader for Jesus. I love the very first time I preached on the continent of Africa. I was on fire, and I preached my heart out. My very first time on the continent of Africa. And I was wondering if I had made any sense, if I had encouraged anyone. And an old African pastor came up to me. He gave me one of the best compliments of my life. He said, you preach like African. I took that as a great compliment, because Africans are passionate people. Africans are fiery people. They know how to spread the fire. Charles Spurgeon said, be careful of giving up your first passion. Be careful of cooling down in the least degree. You were hot and on fire once. Be hot and on fire still. And let the fire which once burnt within you still enliven you. Amen?
Amen.
Number one, get on fire for Jesus. Number two, feed the fire. Number three, spread the fire. Oh, we are praying for revival fires to burn in this mission of 243 African children. Oh God, in the name of Jesus, if just one of them catches fire and feeds the fire and spreads the fire, what could happen in Karamoja? Oh God, bless Holy Bull and Bible College. If just one student catches on fire for Jesus and feeds the fire and spreads the fire, what could happen in Karamoja? What could happen in Uganda? What could happen in Africa? What could happen in the world? The secret of soul fire. Get it, feed it, and spread it in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
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 Amen.